And welcome to Orange Press Pass Extra. Adam Gotkin, Adam Avin here with you. Syracuse just dropped their first game of the Players Era Festival, 78-74 here in Las Vegas to number 3 Houston. But Adam, that score doesn't tell you everything because this team looked like they really belonged against one of the best teams in the country.
There's no doubt, especially in that first half, that Syracuse looked like it was at the same caliber of Houston. Now, I think that the Cougars did not play their best game, and Kelvin Sampson was very clear about that afterwards, that he thought that this was not a game that his team was very happy about. But, you know, Syracuse isn't supposed to be at the same level as Houston, so a good Syracuse game can be a bad Houston one, and that's what we saw today. You know, the Orange just kind of played at the same level, which is very different from what we've seen in recent years with Red Autry, where Syracuse has just gotten blown out by teams that are in the top 10.
And one of the big things that kept Syracuse in the game was their shooting on the fourth erratic, getting them back into the game when they were down by 11 late, scoring 11 straight. But one thing that pegged them the whole game, Adam, was the free throw shooting, which has always been an issue under Red Autry, and tonight it showed again. Syracuse shooting 12 of 29 from the free throw line, and they only lost by 4. If they hit some more of those free throws, maybe it's a different result.
Well, it is a different result if you make 5 more free throws. But yeah, today that was just not the case, and it's frustrating because after the last game against Monmouth, when Syracuse missed a lot of free throws, Autry said that it wasn't an issue. Well, today it was, and how do you fix free throw shooting? I don't know. It's one of those things that if you could fix, you would, and if everyone could shoot free throws, they would, but it has to get better because you cannot go 12 for 29 if you want to beat the number 3 team in the country, and if you want to beat any of the teams that are at the caliber of those playing in this tournament.
Well, I think one thing was clear, that if they do hit those free throws, maybe this team can prove that they do belong with any of the other top teams in the country. It'll be difficult to do that for the rest of the season if Donnie Freeman is in and out of the lineup, which he will be for the remainder of this Players Era tournament. Donnie Freeman ruled out right before the game today. One of the big players that stepped up in his absence, though, Tyler Betsy, who hit that clutch shot to give Syracuse the shot to force overtime. And oh boy, was he one of the driving forces in today's comeback and the final result.
Hey, he's a former 4-star top 50 recruit, and he showed why today. He's got an excellent 3-point shot, knocked down 4 of them, especially early on. He really set the tone for Syracuse offensively, making those outside shots. And then also, he showed the ability to put the ball on the floor and just be another playmaker on the floor without Donnie Freeman. You know, there's a lot of questions about this team without Freeman, but you know, having a wing who can contribute like Tyler Betsy can really make you more comfortable without him. And then once Freeman comes back, I mean, you really believe in the depth of this team because Betsy proved that he can hang.
Coach Red has yet to have a team as deep as this one, and I think they proved it again today why the Orange can stick around with some of the top contenders from around the country. That was just game number 1 against Houston today, the 3rd best team in the country. Tomorrow they face an unranked Kansas team, but that's a little bit iffy because Darren Peterson won't be out, but we all know that Kansas is still Kansas. Should be a tough one for Syracuse in day number 2.
Well, there's no doubt whenever you face a Bill Self-coach team, it's going to be interesting. But that's right, without Darren Peterson, this is a different Kansas team. So we'll see what happens. If Syracuse plays the way that it did today, it can win. But if it played how it did against Monmouth, then it could be a long day. So all we can do is wait and see.
We hear it in Syracuse all the time. Free throws matter, and hopefully Syracuse hits a little bit more of them tomorrow against Kansas. We'll see you there. Adam Gotkin will have your full coverage. Tip-off will be at 3:30 Eastern Time, 12:30 Pacific Time. We'll see you tomorrow.